The Liberty Star is perfect in red, white, and blue. Lay out your strips. They're only 1 3/8 inches wide. Flip them right sides together and assembly line sew. Now measure them and make sure that strip set is 3 inches wide. Has to be perfect so you get good diamonds. So take a 6 by 12 ruler, find the diagonal line, and line it up across the top. Make one diagonal cut and slide your ruler along so that that diamond is going to be 3 inches wide and cut. You need 8 of them. And then make pairs. You'll have 4 pairs that you're going to sew together. Now, take time to do this step. It's so important if you put a dot 1/4 inch away from the end. So just draw a little X. Use a marker that can be steamed out so you don't see it later. And put a pin right through that spot. X marks the spot. And sew from the top right down to that dot and then cut your threads. Pull out your pin and open it. This is so your squares can fit right into that. Okay, there's your square already. It's 4 3/8. Again, mark your X in the corner, your 1/4 inch mark, and then put a pin right through it. And you take that and you push it right into that end, right 1/4 inch from the end. And then put your needle in that X and sew right to the bottom. And it's best if you don't lock your stitches, just in case you have to take out one stitch. That's one side. Now just go ahead and flip it over and repeat on the second side. Press the seams toward the stripes. Got your first one done. Take your ruler and your rotary cutter and cut off those tips. Just line up the ruler with the sides. You've got one more right in the center. Take those 4 and lay them out into your star. Perfect. Now we're going to sew down through the middle. Flip one half to the other half, right sides together. Flip it right sides together. So push the top seam up and the underneath seam down. And then you're just going to do the same thing. Open it up, check, and make sure the center matches. Ooh, it looks good. And just unsew those 3 stitches in the seam allowance on the top side and on the bottom side. That's so we can swirl it. So then just open up that seam and swirl clockwise around it and mush it right in the center so the piece really lays flat. And take your steam iron, press it on the wrong side, press it on the right side. Looking good. Take your 12.5 inch square up ruler and center the diagonal line right down through the middle. Make sure you have 1/4 inch seams off of each one of those points. And then take your rotary cutter and trim on 2 sides, down the other. Tip your ruler and turn your block. Drop your ruler back down again. Make sure you've got those 1/4 inch seams at diagonal line. Trim the last 2 sides. Oh, Liberty!